And I'd like to welcome to the show Iolani, and he is with Earth Kinship. And earlier in the show, we were talking about kids and devices and how families should really just get outside, explore nature, and enjoy this beautiful area. And that's a little bit about what you're all about. So can we hear, what's your company? So like, what exactly do you do?
Well, it's a tourism company. I do a lot of kayak trips, definitely hikes, all kinds of different naturalist trainings. I originally started with Earth Kinship years ago with an idea that came from my father's conference, but now we're putting a lot of those ideas into action.
And people use this buzzword, ecotourism.
Right.
So what exactly is that?
Well, interesting enough, ecotourism actually comes from staying in the local environment. So you would hire local people, and that money that is generated would somehow benefit back to the landscape and back to the people that you got that money from.
And it's really important because we need those type of funds to preserve and to educate people on what's around us.
Well, we need advocates for nature. I mean, I have to say, just yesterday, which I was really surprised happened, the city of St. Augustine, the commissioners decided to vote to save 33 acres on Fish Island. You know, another section of Fish Island that was is being saved and made into a passive park.
Yeah.
So without these places, we're gonna lose the natural area. And so my job is to get you out in the natural area, and so you can experience the magical world that surrounds us.
And one of the things I want to touch on too, ethical ecotourism. So what exactly is that?
Well, ethical ecotourism is doing things in a way that you're gonna minimize your disturbance to the natural world. So you're not gonna take a boat and bump the tree that has the osprey in it, right, to get that great picture. You're not running through the middle of the pod of dolphins, which happens all the time, so your clients can get that good picture. You're gonna stay back a little bit and watch it from a distance. I'm not gonna go grab a rattlesnake and be like the guy in Australia, right? So I'm gonna watch it in its own habitat and learn from it, and not be fearful from it, but learn from it.
And that is so important because, again, you want to be one with nature. You want to get out there. It's very therapeutic too, isn't it?
Well, being Mental Health Month, right? So we need to take away some of those plugged in, tuned in things and unplug a little bit, drop our cortisol level and come back to it's kind of like a shot of health right there.
Yeah.
We have lower cortisol level and we have a higher immunity system to viruses and all kinds of things.
And speaking of being unplugged, you like to get so far out there where you don't hear anything but nature.
It's one of my favorite things to do is to find locations that are wilderness enough that you're not hearing engine noises and things that create that anxiety into our bodies. So there's only a few left that I know of in St. Johns County, so you have to get farther and farther and farther out. But I have to say, it's something really good about kayaking. You can be really close to a safety of the city and feel like you're in a wilderness setting as well. So you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and I will say our location is awesome because you could do just that. You don't have to go far to be totally off the path of civilization and really enjoy nature. Now, if people want to learn more about you and hook up for a tour, how can they do that?
Go to earthkinship.us. Now it's important because it's not a .com, so earthkinship.us. I actually have the history of the conference my father, Joseph Haleski, started years ago. And then also every program that I'm running and even future programs that I'm going to be developing soon are all on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And again, thanks for being on the show. And this is really important because right now, a lot of families, we're getting into summer break, kids are out of school. What a great learning opportunity, family memories, and again, just to be out there in nature, super important.
And I'm a professional, so I'm an ACA guide, which is it's American Canoe Association Level 2 coastal kayak instructor. I'm also a wilderness first responder, so you're safe with me.
All right.
I was also the naturalist for many years. So.
Well, thanks again, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, stick around, more to come right after this.